Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today, let's continue to talk about that abortion called And Just Like Crap, okay? The new piece of shit, Sex and the City. Okay, now I know a little bit about Sex and the City, all right? I watched every single episode back in the day when it first came out. I'm that old, okay? And not only have I watched every single episode back in the day, back when it first came out, but I have reviewed every episode, okay? And all those episode reviews are on this channel right here. If you want to dig up an episode from season 2 or season 3 or season 1 or whatever, I have reviewed it already, okay? And my opinions have not changed, okay? This is the way I thought. I've had a lot of time to think about it, okay? I watched these episodes back in the late 90s and the early 2000s. I had 20 fucking years to think about those episodes, okay? And then I reviewed all of them. And the reason I reviewed all of them was because I was a fan. I was a fan of Sex and the City. I actually enjoyed the show. I thought it was bullshit. You know what I mean? I enjoyed Star Wars too, but I knew that's bullshit. I think we all can agree that that's bullshit, but it's entertaining. It's entertaining. That's the most important part. It's entertaining. Okay, Sex and the City was bullshit. I know it probably pisses you off, ladies, okay? But it's fucking bullshit. Sex and the City was bullshit. It's not realistic at all, okay? But it is entertaining. It had some cool characters, had some cool situations, had some good humor in there, you know, and it was interesting. I actually enjoyed the characters. I liked to see what they were going to do. You know, I liked the situations that were put in. I thought it was kind of fun. You know, it's kind of new too. You know, I mean, you got all these middle-aged women that are out there fucking all these different people all the time, you know, and somehow they try to justify it by, oh, we're looking for love. Yeah, there's other ways to look for love. It's funny because women can say that. And it's like, oh, well, you know, she's just sleeping around because she's trying to find the right guy. Okay, yeah, fuck yeah. But when guys say that, when guys say, oh, yeah, I'm just fucking all these different women until I find Mrs. Right, you know, then you chastise us. Also, we're a bunch of chauvinists. We use women for sex. Blah, blah, blah. You're just using women. Yeah, when women use men, it's okay. So you go, girl. You get yours. You're big O. You know, you see what I mean? It's all fucking bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. You know, but yeah, I enjoy Sex and the City. I thought it was a fun show. I like the characters. You know, I like seeing dating from a female point of view. That was what was new for me. Okay, was to see dating from a girl's point of view because I lived in a big city. I'm actually younger than those girls. Okay, I'm a good 10, 15 years younger than the women on Sex and the City. But at that time, I was living in a big city. I was living in Chicago. I was living in downtown Chicago. Okay, I worked in downtown Chicago. I was going to school in downtown Chicago. Okay, so all my friends that I worked with, okay, we were in the restaurant industry and stuff. But I also worked in nightclubs and bartended, all sorts of shit. But all my friends were all actors. They were musicians. They were stand-up comedians. They were models, okay? Men and women, all right? So I knew a lot of young, attractive people. I used to hang out with them all the time, you know? So we went to a lot of parties, a lot of concerts, okay? A lot of bars, a lot of nightclubs, okay? We did shit like that a lot, okay? That's what you do when you're in your 20s. I just got out of the Marines. I was a young man, you know? And I wanted to have a good time. I wanted to party, you know? And I made some really good friends, you know? It's great to be fucking, you know, 20 in your 20s and on your own and living in a big city, hanging out with your friends. It's great. It's fucking great. I mean, I miss those days. I don't want to do them again, but I miss those days. And Sex and the City was very popular at that time in my life. So I got into the show. Now, none of my straight guy friends were watching the show, okay? The only people but all the hot girls that I knew were watching Sex and the City, and they would always talk about it after an episode dropped on Sunday night. On Monday, they would talk about it, all right? And I would always have something to say. Okay? And sometimes the girls liked what I said, sometimes they didn't. I don't give a fuck, okay? But when I see bullshit, I'm going to raise the bullshit flag. And I saw a lot of bullshit on Sex and the City. I see a lot of bullshit on this show, okay? Not only do they not get the men correct, there are no fucking men on this show. There's only one guy on the show, one man on the show. You already know who that is, okay? You already know who that is, all right? And we don't see anywhere near enough of him, okay? So no, this show does not get a pass. It's not even really that entertaining. I just hate watching it now because I'm a completist. Okay, I swore that I was going to review every episode of Sex and the City, and I did. I swore I would review every episode of And Just Like Shit last season, and I did. Okay, that's what prompted me to go back and watch all the old Sex and the City episodes. Okay, and now that season 2 is out of And Just Like Shit, okay, I'm reviewing all those episodes too because I said I would. Okay, because I do care about these. I know they're fictional characters, but I do care about these characters. I want to see what happened to them. Okay, I know that I don't like what I'm seeing right now, but I got to see how it ends up. I got to see how they turn out, okay? I got to see what happens to Carrie. I got to see what happens to fucking Aiden, because I know these guys, okay? I was there at the beginning, okay? Fucking Brady is practically my fucking nephew, okay? I was there when he was born, okay? We were all there when he was born, okay? We were there when Lily got adopted, okay? So it's like, you know, I know these fucking kids. It's like they're growing up right in front of me, in a sense, you know? So, you know, I remember fucking, I remember Miranda and Steve's marriage, their wedding, that piece of shit wedding they had in that little fucking park, okay? I remember, I was there, okay? And all this shit that's going on right now with Aiden getting back together with Carrie, I was there when they broke up, okay? Both times, okay? So were you. We were all there back then, okay? I'm that old. I was there when that shit went down. Okay, I was there when they ran into each other in Dubai in Sex and the City Part 2. I was there for that as well. So I know the history that they have, all right? It's the other characters that don't know the history, okay? But we know, the fans, we know the history. We know what's going on here. Okay, see what I mean? It's weird, but we know that, okay? Like, if you really know your fucking shit, then you would know that the last fuck buddy, that's not Mr. Penis Pump, the one before that, Zed, the nightclub owner from Brooklyn, okay? You remember that guy used to fucking, used to work at the fucking, at the Prada store, remember? He was trying to sell like a $3,000 shirt to fucking Jack Berger, remember that? Yeah. Like, we know that. Just like we know that fucking Seema's dad, Seema, her dad propositioned Samantha back in season 1 of Sex and the City. Yeah. Bet you forgot about that, didn't you? I didn't. But, you know, so just stuff like that, you know, so if you're a fan, you understand, okay? And I'm pretty sure Skipper is not going to fucking show up on this show either. They got rid of him real fast. Like, you remember season 1 of Sex and the City? Remember when they used to fucking break the fourth wall and talk to the camera like someone was filming a fucking documentary, and it was always bullshit? Remember, like they'd be playing basketball and the guys would be like, oh yeah, I remember when we were doing that. Yeah, the other day, we were over there and that girl, she said she wanted to suck my dick. You know, like that would fucking happen in real life. It's just stupid shit like that, you know? It's bullshit. Anyway, I'm actually glad they got rid of that, because in the first season, that fucking sucked. It was annoying as fuck. I hated it. So I'm glad they got rid of it. But that shit lasted up until like the first couple episodes of season 2, okay? Anyway, I'm not reviewing Sex and the City. I already did that, okay? I'm ready to review and just like crap, all right? So this episode, season 2, episode 9, the name of this episode is called There Goes the Neighborhood. That's the name of this episode. Now, real quickly here, okay, I know some of you are going to get offended by what I say, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not here to offend you, okay? But I'm going to tell you the truth. That's what I do here, okay? I give you a straight man's point of view, okay? So if you cannot handle someone speaking to you very frankly like I do, okay, get the fuck out of here right now. I will not censor myself to spare your feelings, all right? What we need in this world is some truth, okay? People got to be out there telling you the truth, okay? So I'm not here to bullshit anybody, okay? I got nothing to gain my line to you, okay? So if you're easily offended, if you're easily triggered, okay, if you're a snowflake, get the fuck out right now, okay? I will not censor myself, okay? Okay, don't you even, okay? I am gonna fucking tell you the truth, and I'm gonna give you a straight up dose of truth, baby, with no lube. There's no lube here. Don't even look for it. The real question you gotta ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? Because I don't think you can. I know you can't. I know you can't handle the truth, but you're going to get it anyway, baby. Oh, yeah, the way you like it. All right, anyway. So I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view, all right? That's a point of view that you never got. Okay, your dad didn't tell you this shit. Your boyfriend didn't tell you this shit. Your brother didn't. Nobody told you this shit. You know why? Because they didn't want to fucking piss you off. That's why. Okay? But I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. Because people need to know what's really going on here, okay? So from a straight man's point of view, yeah, I like them apples. From a straight man's point of view, let's talk about this episode of fucking and just like shit. All right, season 2, episode 9. There goes the neighborhood. All right, so it starts out with Aiden. Okay, Aiden shows up at Shay's place. Okay, because remember that he's been staying there with Carrie. Okay, Shay actually had a Airbnb the place out to them because she lost her fucking pilot. Her pilot that she filmed in LA did not get picked up, so now she's got no money. So she's working at, I don't know if it's a fucking pet store or if it's a fucking veterinarian office. It's not an animal shelter because they say that in this episode that we're not an animal shelter. Okay, so that rules out one. I don't know if it's a vet or if it's a fucking or if it's a goddamn fucking a pet store or some shit. I don't fucking know what it is. Anyway, Shay's working there at the front desk, right? So she's not doing TV shows anymore. She's not doing stand-up comedy anymore, right? Her career basically went to shit. Okay, yes, and so did Shay Diaz's career. Okay, not just fucking Sarah Ramirez who plays fucking Shay. Oh my god. Then again, you know, when she went trans, I'm pretty sure that probably gave her a lot of roles in Hollywood, because that's how Hollywood is. All right, moving right along. So Aiden shows up there, okay, and see Carrie, and she gets mad at him for being chatty Mr. Nice Guy. Apparently, he's been nice to everybody, the doorman, okay, the people that work there, the maintenance people, you know, the neighbors. He's been real nice to everybody there, which means that people are talking to him, which means that people are remembering him, they're recognizing him, okay? Now, they're not supposed to be there. Okay, it's Shay's place. Okay, they're guests there. Okay, they're not supposed to be living there. Okay, like they've been doing. Okay, they're just supposed to be allowed to stay there for a little while, and that's it. Okay, but it's Shay who's supposed to be living there, not them. All right, so they've been breaking the rules by renting out that place. Okay, so anyway, he's been nice to everybody, and Carrie gets on his ass for being Mr. Chatty, Mr. Nice Guy. He's like, hey, they're gonna tell everybody that we're here. We're supposed to be low key. We're not supposed to be fucking telling anybody that we're supposed to be sneaking in. We're supposed to be invisible. You know, he's like, well, you know what? I am a nice guy. I'm a chatty nice guy. Okay, I got no problem with my girlfriends cheating on me. You know that. And also, I tip really well. Okay, so don't worry about them squealing about us. Okay, I tip really well. Okay, like that's gonna solve anything. All right. Now I'm saying right now, Aiden is kind of a dumb fuck. I mean, he's not a bad person. I don't want you to think that I don't like Aiden. Aiden's a good stand-up guy. Okay, but he's a stand-up guy to a fault. Okay, he is the kind of guy that will let people walk all over him. Okay, just like every other guy on this fucking show does, except for Steve. Okay, he will let people walk all over him. Okay, he will let people disrespect him. Okay, he's the kind of guy that will walk away rather than confront somebody. If somebody got in his face, he's the kind of guy that'd be like, okay, let's just calm down, let's talk about it. Okay, well, we're just gonna go. Okay, no problems. You know that even though he's like fucking 6'5", okay, he's that kind of a person. All right. If a girl disrespects him, if a girl treats him like shit, okay, he's the kind of be like, you know, like if a girlfriend went up to him and said something like, hey, you limp dick piece of shit motherfucker, I hate you, he'll be like, well, babe, let's talk about it, okay? Why do you feel that way? You know, let's explore these emotions that you're having here, okay? Why do you feel the need to insult me? Is there something going on, okay? Did you have a bad day? Did someone upset you? Let's talk about it, okay? Let's work through this. That's the kind of guy he is. Whereas a normal guy, if a girl talked to me that way, say, hey, you limp dick piece of shit motherfucker, you know, I fucking hate you, I'd be like, well, fuck you too, bitch. And get the fuck out of my house. Go, right now, I'm counting. What's taking so long? You know, that's what I would do, okay? But no guy on this show would ever do that, except for Steve. But like I said, Steve's hardly ever in this show, all right? But Aiden is that kind of a guy, okay? He is that kind of guy. He will take a woman's abuse. He will let women walk all over him. And if they fuck him over, he will forgive them. Now, in a sense, that is a good quality to have, okay? Because we need more people like that in the world. Unfortunately, guys like that have this big sign on them that says sucker. Okay, and I'm not trying to sound like a pessimist, okay? But there's a difference between someone who is an optimist and believes in the goodness of other people, and then there is a difference between that and somebody who just goes out there and sticks his necks open and hands people a knife. Like, hey, you want to cut my neck, huh? Okay, most people aren't going to do it, but eventually someone is. Okay, so is it really worth it? You see what I mean? You got to be have a little bit more discretion, a little bit better judgment about the people that you want to trust so much of yourself with. Okay, and Aiden kind of doesn't have that. He kind of just trusts everybody. Okay, which, like I said, is a good quality to have in a friend. It's a great quality to have, like in a bro and a partner. You know, as far as like, you know, when I was in the Marines, those are the kind of guys I wanted to watch my back because I knew they had my back. Okay, but not so much in a sexual partner. Okay, because that's someone who's just got a sign saying fucking kick me on the back, all right? And he knows the sign is there. And he doesn't care when people kick him, okay? Because it's not like he's going to kick anyone back, okay? It's not like he's going to stand up for himself, all right? Which is really, really bad, okay? I know guys out there that are just trying, maybe they were raised that way, maybe their single mom raised them that way, okay? Just to turn the other cheek and forgive everybody, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And in a sense, if you're a pacifist, if that's the kind of life that you want to live, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But what I am saying is that when you expose yourself to other people, you're going to expose yourself to lots of different types of people. And some of these people you're going to expose yourself to do not have your interests at heart. Okay, and they will take advantage of you and they will hurt you. Okay, and if you fucking leave yourself wide open, okay, someone's gonna go in there. If you leave your fucking nuts exposed, wide open with your legs up in the air, eventually someone's gonna kick you in the fucking nuts, all right? And when that happens, you got no one to blame but yourself, okay? Aiden's that kind of a guy, unfortunately, all right? Anyway. Speaking of nuts, apparently he decides to go in the bathroom and he takes off his clothes and then we get a knock on the door. Okay, it's coming from the building manager and then they slide a letter underneath the door. Of course, Aiden and Carrie come out there. Okay, they're pretending they're not home. Okay, but they come out there to pick up the letter and Aiden comes out in his fucking tidy whities. Yes, his fucking tidy whities. We needed to see a 62-year-old John Corbett. Yes, I know. We got to see what fucking what's her name? Who's a Bo Derek? What Bo Derek sees every day. Okay. He still wears the same tidy whities that he wore back in the fucking late 90s. Remember when him and fucking Carrie were brushing their teeth together in her little fucking sink in that shitty apartment? Yeah, exactly. Okay, exactly. So we're gonna see Aiden in his fucking tidy whities, okay? And hey, I'm not gay or nothing. Okay, I'm not gay. All right, like I said, straight man's point of view, all right? But you can't help but look, all right? I mean, come on. Unlike Giuseppe, who put a fucking dildo in his crotch. Obviously, John Corbett did not. I'm happy. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks of the fucking Batman TV show from the 1960s. Oh my God, yeah, hey. You don't want me to talk about the fucking bulge, and don't fucking show me the bulge, all right? I don't like to talk about men's bulges, okay? But if you're gonna fucking show it in my face, if you're gonna fucking zoom in on it with a fucking camera, and I'm reviewing the fucking episode, how can I not talk about it, okay? Come on, man. I didn't ask to see fucking Aiden and his 62-year-old ass in his fucking tidy whities walking around, okay? But that's what we got anyway, all right? What the fuck? Anyway, so that's going on here. And they have a little conversation before all that happens, before, Aiden starts walking around in his fucking tidy whities, okay? No shit stains. He starts walking around. Before that, they have a conversation. Apparently, last episode ended with Carrie packing her bags and walking out the door. She was going to Virginia. She was going to spend some time with Aiden at his house, and she was going to meet his sons, okay? Well, that did happen, but it happened off screen, so we did not see that, okay? So they're talking about the wonderful time that they had when she was in Virginia and how she got to meet his sons, okay? And his sons are the same names that they were when he revealed the names of his sons back in Sex and the City Part 2. What the fuck were their names? I think their names were... I know one of them was Wyatt. I remember that name because my son has a friend named Wyatt. But yeah, apparently... they had a talk there about them. It's Homer, Tate, and Wyatt. Those are his sons. Homer, Tate, and Wyatt. Okay, those are his sons. And apparently Wyatt is the youngest one. He's like 12 or something. And he just does not fucking like Carrie at all. At all. He fucking, and she talked, like I said, we don't see any of this. Not really, but they just talk about it. How, hey, your son does not like what I'm selling, He's like, oh, he's just a kid. He's just a little kid, man. Don't take it personal, He doesn't know you the way I do, that kind of fucking shit, all right? Well, his son, Wyatt, actually FaceTimes him, okay? And chooses his fucking dad out for not calling him once he got, home from the fucking, once he got off the plane, because he flew. He flew to New York, okay? He's doing that a lot now, all right? So she gets to see, Carrie gets to see him, and he's like, oh, hi, Carrie. Can you put my dad back on? That kind of thing. So he's giving her no respect, and I cannot fucking blame him. Okay, if this guy raised his sons the way I think he did, he pretty much already had that talk with them about the birds and the bees and about relationships. Okay, and he probably already told them, hey, listen, guys, listen, kids, someday you're gonna meet a girl, and you're gonna have feelings for her, and she's gonna have feelings for you, and sometimes, a girl is gonna fucking hurt you. It's gonna happen. Okay, and well, Dad, did that ever happen to you? Yes. Let me tell you a story about this fucking this chain smoking slut that I knew back when I lived in New York. All right, and then he would have told. So they already know who she is. Okay, they know her already. Okay. Believe me, Carrie, they know you. All right, I'm pretty sure fucking his wife, Kathy, his ex-wife, Kathy, already knows you. I'm pretty sure she already knows everything about you, Carrie. Everything, all right? But of course, the show ain't got to go there because that would make Carrie look bad. Well, we can't have that here, all right? So anyway, so that's going on. All right. So so she's concerned that the youngest one, Wyatt, does not like her, and he doesn't. It's obvious he doesn't like her. All right. So that kind of bothers Carrie because this entire fucking show is about what bothers Carrie, not what bothers other people around her, but what bothers Carrie. All right. That's the most important thing on the show. All right. So that's going on here. All right. Boom. Next scene here. We've got Seema and her client, fucking what's his name, Ravi Gordy. Ravi, I thought his name was Bobby Gordy, but no, it's Ravi. Ravi Gordy, okay? And he's played by some fucking 52-year-old actor, or 55-year-old actor named Armani Armin. Anyway, in this show, he's playing his name, like I said, his name is Ravi Gordy. He's a director. He's directing a movie for Marvel Studios, okay? Which, when they were filming this episode, was like the most profitable movie studio in history. Still is, I think. Honestly, I think it still is. Okay, but they haven't had a hit in a long time. All right. So they're kind of going under. They're owned by Disney. Okay. Yes, I know my superhero movies. All right. So anyways, he's directing a movie and they're filming it in New York. So he needs an apartment to live in for 9 months. He wants a luxury apartment because Marvel Studios is paying for it. Okay, so he hired Seema. Seema, basically, he had to qualify himself to her. Like in real life, a fucking realtor would be fucking sucking his dick to get his business. So she shows him this place, all right? And of course, he's on his fucking cell phone like he always is. He never gets off his fucking cell phone. He's always got it attached to his fucking ear at all times, okay? And they shows the place. The realtor's there. Seema's there. They're looking around, and they're talking, okay? Blah, 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 okay? And Ravi says, like, so what do you think about this? So get off your phone, Ravi. What do you think of this play? He's just like, eh. Like, eh? And then he goes back to being on his fucking cell phone. Okay, well, the realtor goes like, what? He said, eh? This place is $37,000 a month. And he says, eh? And she's like, me and my customer here, my client, we're going to explore the space. Can you give us a moment, please? He's like, okay. So he leaves. Okay, so now they're alone, all right? And Seema's like, okay, what's your problem? I've shown you the best apartments in New York for the past 3 weeks. He's like, really? You call this the best? Now, something about Ravi here is this motherfucker, dude, he wears an ass cough. He wears an ass cough, okay, with an open collared shirt. Okay, it just looks fucking stupid. It looks fucking, I don't know what they're going. Maybe there's a director in Hollywood that's known for dressing that way. I think what's his name? Robert Evans dressed that way. But he was a movie producer. He was not a director, okay? But he was known for wearing an ass cough with that. He wore a fucking ass cough with his goddamn fucking tank tops, okay? That's the kind of guy Robert Evans was in real life, okay? But this guy here is not Robert Evans. He's a director. Okay, so he's wearing this ass cough with a fucking open collar. It just looks dumb. It looks like, okay, like a gay person dressed him for this fucking scene. That's what it looks like, which is fine if he's playing a gay guy, but he's not. He's playing a straight guy. So basically, he looks like what a gay person thinks a straight guy looks like. Okay, like what they think that how we dress ourselves in the morning. All right. And it's just so fucking obvious. Okay, hey, don't get on me. Okay, y'all pay attention to the fashion more than I do. So if I'm calling out bullshit, I'm calling it out, all right? From a guy's point of view, a straight guy's point of view, all right? So that's going on. All right, here, yeah, so they're talking in private, and Ravi says, yes, you have shown me some apartments. But here's the plot twist. If I had taken those best 3 apartments you showed me for the past 3 weeks, then I wouldn't have had any wonderful time with you. Oh. And once again, this is what they think fucking straight guys flirt like this, okay? No guy fucking puts a girl through her job for 3 fucking weeks working hard, knowing in the back of his mind that he's not going to buy anything she's trying to sell him, okay? And that the only reason he's doing this is so that he can spend some quality time with her. wonderful afternoons with her. Get the fuck out of here. If he's working for Marvel Studios, time is fucking money. He needs to find an apartment right away so we can get started on pre-production for his fucking movie, okay? Marvel Comics is not going to fucking give you a shitload of money just to hang out with a girl for fucking 3 weeks, okay? That's not how fucking the real life works, all right? So no. Okay, he would have been ordered to fucking, when you get an expense account like that, you're ordered to fucking basically get the shit done as fast and as cheaply as possible, okay? You want to build a rep for yourself for the company. You don't want to fucking be there meandering and shit, wasting their fucking money. All right. So yeah, so apparently that's why he had her she was looking at apartments for him for 3 weeks now so that he could spend some quality alone time with her in the afternoons. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, okay? That does not happen in real life. All right, so that's going on here. If you really like Seema, which realistically he wouldn't, he'd be up to his ass in fucking starlets that are just begging to fucking get a role, a fucking cameo or a walk-on role in one of his movies. Okay, he'd be up to his ass in fucking hot 19, 20, 23-year-old starlets, okay? That are trying, girls that are on fucking TV shows right now that are trying to get a break in a fucking big budget motion picture, okay? He'd be up to his fucking asshole in those girls, all right? But no, he's gonna spend his time flirting with a fucking 56-year-old woman. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like I said, no straight guys involved in creating this show, all right? Which I wouldn't care, but unfortunately you are talking about heterosexuals here, so you kind of need a consultant on the fucking set, for Christ's sake, and you clearly don't have one. All right, so that's going on here. All right, blah blah. Yes, no straight guy would ever flirt this way. All right, Seema says that's very romantic. I thought she did action movies. Yeah, pretty much. All right, he's like, oh, you want action? Yeah, and they just go, yeah, that's the way you do it. All right, get the fuck out. Another thing I'm going to say here. And they did this on Sex and the City a lot. Whenever they're writing straight guys on the show, romantic partners on the show, they always associate the person's job with who they are, okay? What I mean by that, this guy's a movie director, so everything he talks about has to do with movies, okay, including his sexual innuendos. Oh, but Seema, the way I panned out this scene is our plot twist will involve me doing an action scene. And right here on my phone is my cinematographer. So what do you say? I say action. On your mark. See what I mean? Everything is related to his fucking job. Okay, they do that shit all the fucking time. Like if a girl on Sex and the City was dating an auto mechanic, okay, the guy would say some stupid shit like, oh, well, sweetheart, first thing we're going to have to do is check your starter. Yeah. And if that's not working, then maybe your alternator needs to be replaced. And if not, we might have to check out your fuel system. Get it a tune-up and a fuel system cleaning. You know what I mean? And then I'll just start her up. Yeah. I like that bill, baby. See what I mean? Just shit like that. Like would never happen in real life. But that's how they write these straight guys. Now, they did that on Sex and the City, and they're doing that again here. All right. It's just like I haven't seen it in a while. They're kind of doing Sex and the City all over again. And just to see that, just knowing that, okay, this is a trick, because I've seen all your episodes. I know this is a trick that they use, okay, because they don't know how to write straight guys. So they just, okay, well, what is this job? Okay, we'll just make him whatever, if he works at a shoe store, then he's going to be a foot fetish guy. He's always going to talk about your feet and wanting to play with your feet, okay? If he owns a comic book store, then he's a man baby. He lives with his mom, okay? And he's always playing with toys and watching cartoons, and, see what I mean? That's how they do it here. They always do shit like that on Sex and the City, and they're doing that again with this guy. And it kind of pisses me off because he doesn't represent men very well. All right, so that's going on here. So, of course, they decide to fuck in the apartment. They go upstairs, okay, in the nice bedroom there, and they fuck, okay? And see, I've never done this with a client before. Oh, my God. He's like, whoa, I got to get out of here, And then the realtor shows up, Seema, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm coming now. And she put her clothes on real fast, She's like, oh, my God, I never done this with a customer before me. He's like, hey, relax, baby, relax, I'm not leaving here until you tell me there's going to be a sequel. You see what I mean? Just shit like that. You know, just come on. You know, just stupid shit like that. All right. So she gets dressed. Her hair is all fucked up. And she's like, what am I supposed to tell the guy? He's down there. He's all, tell him I'll take the apartment. Of course, he's smoking in bed. Okay. Now, who the fuck smokes in New York anymore? You know, in the apartment. Okay. But apparently, he's smoking a cigar in bed after he fucked Seema. Okay. Her hair's all messed up. She runs down the stairs. The realtor's there. She's like, yeah, we're gonna take the apartment. He'll take the apartment. And he's like, what's up with your hair? She's like, oh, you know, nothing. And he's like, oh, I get it. Whatever you got to do to close the deal, right? He walks away. So she's not fooling anybody. He knows that he was fucking her out there. All right. So big fucking deal, okay? He knows that she fucked him, all right? Next thing here is Miranda is walking with Brady, her son, okay? They're walking down the street, all right? We haven't seen Brady in a while, okay? And they're both drinking coffee and walking down the street together in New York, all right? And she's like, okay, so what are you going to be doing today? He's like, oh, I'm working a double at Scout. Now, Scout is the name of his dad, Steve's bar. Okay, that's the name of the bar that he owns in the university neighborhood, okay? It's called Scout. If I remember correctly, Steve named it after his dog. He had a dog named Scout, okay? Who was friends with Aiden's dog, who was named Pete. Remember that dog, Pete? Remember? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so he's working at Scout, okay? And fucking Miranda does not like that. She doesn't like the fact that he's working at her husband's fucking bar. Okay, well, soon to be ex-husband's bar, okay? She wants him to go back to college. She does not want to go back to college, all right? You know, so that's going on. Miranda wants to go back to college, okay? She tells him that he should take some classes in Costa Rica. He can earn college credit over there. It's great. It's perfect for you. You go to Costa Rica and you can earn college credits while you're there. Sounds like a great deal to me. He's like, okay, Mom, well, then you should do it, okay? I'll help you fill out the application. So it's not just Steve that stands up to Miranda. So does Brady. I love that. I love you. You're winning me over here, kid. You're winning me over. Because the last time I saw you were crying like a fucking bitch when your girlfriend dumped you, okay? And I thought you were a little too old to be crying that way over a girlfriend dumping you, all right? In Amsterdam, no less, all right? But that's going on, okay? And Miranda's like, look, I just want you to have options, Brady. These are important years. You need to figure out your own path. And Brady's like, well, Mom, you didn't figure out your path until you were 56 years old. By that reasoning, I got another 38 years to go. Fuck yeah. It's true. Miranda tries to act like she's this fucking this professional know-it-all who's got her shit together. It's the whole world that's fucked up. She's the only one that has her shit together. That's the way Miranda likes to look at the world. And then her son called her out on her bullshit. No, Mom. You were a law partner. You did all this stuff and you gave it all up to do bullshit, to be a fucking activist. Like, what the fuck? You know, you don't even know what the fuck you want. You married Dad, and then you fucking divorce his ass so you could be with some fucking transsexual land whale. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck you're doing. The way I look at it is that he's actually got it. He's got his shit more together than Miranda does. All right, you know. So she's like, okay. Fine, I'm sorry, I'll quit pushing, I'm sorry, I will, you know. So she actually shows her son respect. She doesn't show anyone else respect, but she shows her son respect, okay? I'm still taking it back that a straight white guy talked back to a woman on this show. Like, holy fucking shit, man. Maybe Brady is the chip off the old block, all right? I like seeing that, okay? Because I think one of the biggest problems we have in the world right now is the problem of single mothers, okay? We've got so many boys being raised by single moms, you know, and they love their moms. They just want to make their moms happy, okay? And I'm sorry, ladies, I know you do a great job, okay? But you do not know, ladies, you don't know how to raise a boy, okay? Because you've never been one. So what do you get? You play it safe. Oh, you got to make sure your son doesn't get hurt. Make sure that he doesn't take chances. That he's very active, respectable all the time. Okay, you know that he never gets hurt. He never falls down. He never, you know, he leads a sheltered, fucking, very pussy existence. Okay, because that's the way you would raise a girl. But boys, we got to be in the middle of the action. We got to get hurt. We got to learn how to pick ourselves up. We got to learn how to deal with pain. Okay, we have to learn how to struggle, how to deal with struggle. We have to develop a mindset that tells us it doesn't matter what the fuck happens, I'm still going to move forward no matter what, okay? This is something that in the past was a responsibility of the fathers. The fathers had to teach their son to grow up to be strong. But we got this huge generation of boys being raised by a single mom. They just don't know how to do that. It's like telling a woman how to teach her son to be a fucking boxer. How the fuck is she going to teach him how to be a fucking boxer? All she's gonna do is, oh, please, baby, don't get hurt. Don't just make sure you don't get hurt. Make sure you don't get hit, and hurt him back. Like, hurt him really hard so he doesn't hit you back. Like, they see what I mean? This is no way to raise a boy. Boys gotta learn how to fall on their ass and pick themselves back up. It's a father's responsibility to teach a boy how to do that. Okay? And here's this kid, who's basically, his mom is basically telling him, hey, listen, you need to go to college. You need to figure your shit out. Blah, blah, blah. He said, no, Mom. No. I'm gonna figure myself out on my own. On my fucking own. Okay? Not because you're fucking pressuring me to do it. You see what I mean? It doesn't mean he doesn't love his mom. It just means that, hey, listen, Mom, I'm not you. Okay? I'm not you. I'm going to do things my way. Okay? And he's old enough to make those choices. She can advise him, but he doesn't have to do anything, she says, if he doesn't want to. Okay, that's independence. And you just don't see that in TV shows anymore. You don't see that in movies anymore. Usually it's always whenever you see like a big, strong guy acting like a guy, once his mom shows up, he turns into a fucking pussy all the fucking time. And that's just not realistic. It's just not, you know? Anyway, so the next scene here, Miranda calls Charlotte about this. She's upset. And Charlotte's at work, working at the gallery at the time, and she's like, okay, well, basically, I'm not allowed to talk about college to my son anymore. He's got me on verbal lockdown. So I was kind of hoping that you could get Lily to talk to him, and she's like, well, why do you want my daughter to talk to your son? Oh, well, because your daughter is she's very aggressive. She's thinking about the future. She's very driven. She wants to go to college. She wants to do all these things with her career. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe some of that will rub off on Brady, because my son is lazy. And Miranda's like, look, she's like, well, maybe I could talk to her about it. But why is this so important to you? And Miranda, listen, my only child is making French fries for a living. Hey, no, bitch. He's not doing that, okay? He's not just doing that. He's learning how to fucking run a business. Why the fuck do you think that your husband has your son working in the fucking bar, okay? You know why he's working there? Because it's going to be fucking his someday. That's why, okay? He's teaching them how to run a fucking business, which is a hell of a lot more important than learning about how many fucking transgender kids out there need to be fucking transitioned, okay? It's a little bit more important than that, okay? Than throwing fucking paint at goddamn works of art, okay? To protest fucking climate change, okay? Which is the other fucking bullshit that they're being taught in universities, okay? They're not educating anybody over there. They're indoctrinating kids over there, okay? He's teaching them something practical, okay? Someone is always going to have to know how to do the books, how to deal with profits and losses, how to go by all the city codes, all the federal codes, all that kind of shit that you have to do to run a business, okay? He's being taught that by his dad, okay? He's actually learning something important, and you're shitting on it, and all you're doing, like Miranda always does, is she puts down blue-collar people. All he's doing is making French fries. No, bitch. He's learning how to run a fucking bar. That is a very, very useful skill to have. And I used to be a bartender. I used to manage nightclubs, okay? That's a very important skill to have in a fucking big city like New York. All right? He's learning how to run a fucking business, okay? That's not a waste of fucking time. Okay, that's some shit they don't fucking teach you that in college. That's something you'll learn by working, by doing what he's doing, working for his fucking dad. Okay, because someday it's going to be his fucking business. Okay, now, when he gets it, he can sell it or he can keep it and run it himself. Who gives a fuck? Okay, the point is that his father, your husband that you're leaving, okay, is teaching his son how to be a man, how to run a fucking business. No, that's not a waste of time. That's actually a very important skill to have. Okay, I wish more fucking guys had fathers that could teach them how to do that shit. All right, but of course Miranda's gonna shit on it because it's a man. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't you wish you were a guy, Miranda? Unfortunately, you're not. You're just an ugly woman. All right. I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of And Just Like Crap. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.